Congressman Tom Malinowski joins us now. He is still in D.C. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you, sir. Great to be on.
So can you tell me really kind of quick, I'm sure you've told this story many times, but where were you when this breach occurred, and what was that whole scene like?
I was in the House chamber listening to the debate on the effort to disqualify the electors and overturn the election. And we knew that the building was surrounded by these rioters. We didn't know that they would manage to breach the building. We then saw the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, the Majority Leader, very swiftly taken off the floor by their security details. That was certainly a sign. Then there was commotion, banging on one of the doors, police officers inside, frantically running back and forth, yelling at each other to barricade the doors. Then a short while later, we were instructed to take the gas masks that are installed under every seat in the House of Representatives, take out the gas masks, not put them on. We were directed to a couple of exits to evacuate. It was a memorable scene. These gas masks emit a kind of siren sound when they're taken out of their box. And then at one point I hear the voice of the House chaplain, and I see her standing at the podium at the microphone, reading a prayer to God, asking for safety. And it was not a great atmosphere in that moment. But I felt from the very, very beginning that the most important thing we could do was to stay in the Capitol complex, obviously in a safer location for a while, and to finish our business of certifying this election, to make sure that these rioters, these terrorists could not feel like they could intimidate us, and to make sure that those radical members of the House of Representatives who were playing to the mob did not win.
You put the blame on squarely on the president. Today, Nancy Pelosi said that Democrats were prepared to file articles of impeachment if the cabinet did not invoke the 25th Amendment. You, I imagine, support either of those, yes?
The President of the United States explicitly incited a mob to attack the United States Congress and the Capitol building to prevent us from performing our constitutional duty. This is completely unprecedented in the history of the United States. It is about as impeachable an act as I can think of. And even though the president only has a few days left in office, I take the view that if there is no accountability for this kind of action, then we invite people to do it in the future. So yes, I absolutely do believe, and in fact, some of my Republican colleagues now agree with me, that we do need to move once again, and rather swiftly this time, to an impeachment. The alternative would be for Vice President Pence to convince at least half of the cabinet that the president cannot perform his duties. Clearly, he can't and isn't performing his duties as president right now under the 25th Amendment. Congress can also appoint a body to work with the vice president to recommend his removal under the 25th Amendment. The Constitution also provides for that option. So that gives us something to do if we believe that the 25th Amendment should be invoked.
Do you have any concern about what the reaction might be to Congress forcibly removing the president from office?
This would be Congress lawfully removing the president from office. What the use of force is what was used against the United States Congress yesterday to intimidate us, to prevent us from performing our duties. We have a sedition statute, a criminal statute in the laws of the United States, which defines that behavior precisely, an attempt forcibly to hinder or prevent the United States Congress from executing the laws, as sedition, which is a high crime. And it is my view. You don't punish that, you invite it to happen again.
Yeah, I meant the reaction from his supporters.
You know what? His supporters stormed the Capitol building and tried to kill people yesterday. So at this point, what I'm interested in is what is our reaction to them, not what is their reaction to us. And our reaction to them needs to be to make absolutely clear that in the United States of America, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, we are Americans first. We do not tolerate this behavior. It has been tolerated for far too long.
All right, Tom Malinowski, thanks for taking a few minutes with us. Glad you're safe. Talk to you again soon.
Thank you so very much.